Good evening, this is V, and my most recent read is book 1 of the 24/7 Demon Mart series. So that's The Graveyard Shift by D.M. Guay. The main character, Lloyd, introduces himself at the beginning of the book as a loser, and unfortunately this is a very apt description of him. Not only did he drop out of community college, he didn't have the courage to actually tell his parents that he was dropping out, which means that they end up paying a lot of money that they can't really afford for him to get an education that he is not in fact getting. And not only that, he has trouble holding down a job of any kind, and so all he's really doing now is living at home, mooching off his parents, playing games, and worrying them a lot, as well as stressing about the many debts that he is beginning to incur and has no foreseeable way of paying back. He also really likes to visit a local convenience store called the Dairy Mart. There's a girl there that he likes, and also junk food and stuff that he likes to eat. But things get a little weird for him when during one of his visits to this convenience store, he gets caught up in what appears to be a monster attack. He doesn't really believe what he sees, but as a result of this incident, the manager of the convenience store offers him a really good job position, and not being a very clever person, he doesn't read the fine print and doesn't stop to wonder why taking the graveyard shift at a convenience store would have such great pay and benefits. So it's not until he's already signed everything and begun work that he learns that what he's really agreed to be is part of the team that looks after what is essentially a gateway between Earth and Hell. So during the day, what he calls the Demon Mart is a regular convenience store, but at night it technically serves as a kind of a travel terminal for demons and stuff passing between Earth and the other realm. So it's his job and the jobs of the other people on the graveyard shift to make sure that only demons, or I'm not sure if they're all demons, but I'm assuming they're all demons, who have the proper quote-unquote passport and stuff are actually allowed onto Earth, and they have to deal with anyone that does not have the proper credentials. So once he discovers all this, Lloyd really does not want to be working here anymore because he is not a brave person, but he's also, it's a little late for him to get out of it. So book 1 is Lloyd learning the ropes of his new job at the Demon Mart. Let's see, and I guess starting to learn about all the crazy things that are really out there that he didn't really believe in. So let's see, something that I liked. The writing style was pretty lively. It's another one of those books that I picked up because I thought it would be funny, and I do think a lot of it was kind of amusing, even though it also has a large amount of humor that I don't really appreciate. And I always kind of like the learning how to work at a weird, crazy, made-up job kind of thing. The whole setting kind of reminds me of Aisle 9, which I read some time ago, although technically I liked Aisle 9 better because I think that it took the subject matter a lot more seriously. This one is a lot more comic, so there's a great deal more exaggeration and stuff in the way that it writes about things. But that leaves, I guess, something I did not like. I think I found Lloyd a really, really frustrating main character because he was, I think dealing with demons and stuff is not a job in which a lack of creativity or imagination or whatever is a good thing. In short, he was really stupid. He seemed really incapable of even putting 2 and 2 together, and it seems like a really dangerous kind of position to be in. He only really survives, I think, in this job because he's lucky and because the people around him are really good. He has really no qualities that make him particularly good at this job, and nor is he someone who works hard to improve himself so that you can be qualified. There's this one scene that drove me crazy where it's they told him, don't eat the donuts, Like, even in the onboarding manual, like, one of the instructions was never eat the donuts. And like, when he sees the donuts, he spends the entire time thinking about how he's going to eat one anyway, because what's the worst that could happen? And I'm just thinking, hello, you're working in a place where, there are tentacle monsters and giant centipedes, and you're wondering, like, what bad thing can happen if you eat a donut. Like, I think any exercise of the imagination could come up with a whole host of really terrible things that might happen. Like, it's a cursed donut, maybe. Like, what if it turns into a monster? Like, I don't understand his utter blindness to the dangers and stuff that are possible, and his determination not to see anything and not to make connections and basically to do a lot of dumb stuff drives me a little crazy.